गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
अब भगवान कहते हैं कि अर्जुन, ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। जो सारे कर्मों को मेरे अर्पण कर दे और अनन्य भाव से और मेरा ही ध्यान करे, भगवान कहते हैं ऐसे भक्त को इस मृत्यु रूपी संसार सागर से पार करने के लिए मैं तत्काल प्रकट हो जाता हूँ। देरी नहीं लगती, 1 मिनट की भी। गजराज ने केवल एक फूल उठाया और पहले तो उसको अपना बड़ा घमंड था, मैं ताकत वाला हूँ, मेरे बच्चे ताकत वाले हैं, मगरमच्छ मेरा क्या कर लेगा, खूब लड़ा। लेकिन जब हार गया सब तरह से और डूबने लगा पानी में, देखा कि कोई साथ नहीं देता है इस संसार में, एक भगवान देते हैं। तब खाली सूंड सूंड बात रही तो एक फूल उठा करके पानी में से और कहा, हे हरि। हाँ मुंह से निकला, र निकला ही नहीं कि भगवान प्रकट हो गए और झट उसी समय गजराज की रक्षा करी और ग्रह का मस्तक काट दिया। तो ऐसे में हमारे प्रभु तत्काल प्रकट हो जाते हैं, पर श्रद्धा होनी चाहिए। श्रद्धा नहीं है तो तुम्हारा ये बाकी का सारा काम आडंबर है। सबरी में श्रद्धा थी, भगवान ने झूठे बेर खाए उसके। रावण में श्रद्धा नहीं थी। आज भी रावण का कोई नाम लेते समय भी संकोच करता है और उसको भगवान राम में श्रद्धा नहीं थी। तो सारे कर्मों को मेरे अर्पण कैसे करें? कैसे, क्या मामूली बात है, ये सब औरतें करती तो है। ये अपने जिस दिन से पिता का घर छोड़ के आई है पति के पास, फिर उसने पति का घर ही अपना घर समझा है, पिता का घर अपना घर नहीं। और तमाम काम करती है पति के घर में, झाड़ू लगाती है पति की सेवा है, बर्तन मांजती है पति की सेवा है, बिस्तरा बिछाती है पति की सेवा है, भोजन बनाती है पति की सेवा है, पति के बच्चों को पालती है, उनकी गंद दूध साफ करती है, पति की सेवा है। ये तो हमने सीख लिया है। तो जिस प्रकार ये सारा काम उसका पति का ही है और पति के लिए वो करती है, बस थोड़ी सी आगे और बढ़ जाए, ऐसे ही सारा काम परमात्मा का है और परमात्मा के लिए करे तो बस वो जो स्त्री है वो पति भक्ता से भी श्रेष्ठ है, ईश्वर की भक्त। आज मीराबाई का नाम मशहूर है, भगवान की भक्त थी, पति का तो त्याग कर दिया था और भगवान का चरण उसने पकड़ लिया, भगवान की शरण ले ली। आज वो अमर है। कोई भी शायद ही ऐसा कोई मूर्ख आदमी होगा जो मीराबाई का नाम नहीं जानता होगा। भगवान कहते हैं उसको मैं तत्काल मृत्यु रूपी संसार सागर से पार करता हूँ। थोड़े थोड़े आगे आ जाओ ताकि पीछे वालों को आराम से जगह मिल जाए। हाँ, आगे आ जाओ बेटा, मैं तुम्हारा जो है ये अंगूठी नहीं उतारूंगा। हाँ डर रहता है बाबा जी ये पता नहीं क्या करें। मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवशिष्यसि मयि एव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामेच्छाप्तुं धनंजय। पहले तो भगवान ने कहा कि तुम सब कर्म मेरे लिए अर्पण कर दे, बस फिर मैं तत्काल मृत्यु रूपी संसार सागर तुझे पार कर दूंगा। लेकिन अर्जुन तो हमारा प्रतिनिधि था ना, वो हमारे लिए पूछ रहा था भगवान से, महाराज सब काम हम आपके लिए न कर सके, तब कोई और तरीका नहीं है भवसागर से पार होने का। भगवान कहते हैं और भी है। बोला और क्या है? बोला मन और बुद्धि मेरे में लगा दे, मई एव मन आसक्त मई बुद्धि निवेश है। मन और बुद्धि मेरे में लगा दे तो भी वो मुझ में ही प्राप्त हो जाएगा, और वो भी भवसागर से पार हो सकता है और हो जाएगा। अर्जुन ने कहा महाराज ये बात तो ठीक आपने कही, पर मन और बुद्धि दोनों आप में कैसे लगा दे? हमारे तो और प्रपंच बहुत है, बच्चे हैं, बीवी है, घर है, बार है, दुकान है, अब उनमें भी वो सब हमारे मन में फंसे हुए हैं। अब उनको कैसे निकाल दें? तो वो मन में रहे, फिर कोई आसान तरीका हो तो बताओ। तो भगवान ने और आसान बताया कि कोई बात नहीं, अगर मन बुद्धि मेरे में नहीं लगा सकता है, अतः चित्तम समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्, तो अभ्यास योग कर, अभ्यास योग कर। अभ्यास योग कहते हैं एक ही चीज को बार बार करते रहना। जैसे जप कर देंगे नहीं, राम 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 दिन भर करते रहो। ये देवियां गाती तो है कि राम रटते रहो काम करते रहो, बोलती तो है पर रटती नहीं है राम को, रटती फिर संसार के विषय भोगों को ही है। कहते हैं अगर बराबर रोज करता रहे अभ्यास, ये आपका अभ्यास है, आप रोज यहाँ आते हो ना आजकल, है बराबर आज 12वां अध्याय चल रहा है, 11 अध्याय तक आप लोग रोज आते हैं, ये आपका अभ्यास योग। अभ्यास योग भी जो करेगा तो भगवान कहते हैं उसको भी मैं आसानी से मिल जाऊंगा। क्यों? लेकिन उसमें एक शर्त है, अभ्यास करे पर मन में मेरा ही ध्यान रखे। अब आप यहाँ आते हो ना, गीता में ही आपका मन है तो आपका कल्याण जरूर होगा। गीता में नहीं है, भगवान के अंदर आपका मन है तो भी आपका कल्याण जरूर होगा। मन आपका यहाँ रहना चाहिए, लेकिन आप आते तो यहाँ हो और ध्यान आपका बाहर जूतों में है, क्या चलते समय किसी के नए चप्पल पहन के चल देंगे? तो मन में जो जूता है तो मिलेगा क्या? भगवान कहते जो मन में है वही मिलेगा। अगर मन में है भगवान तो आपको भगवान मिलेंगे, मन में है गीता आपको गीता मिलेगी, और मन में है अगर आपको मेरा रूप तो मैं भी आपको मिलूंगा, और मन में है आपके जूता और चप्पल तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? अब नाम मत लो, हाँ, पर मिलेगी वही चीज जो आपके मन में है। तो अर्जुन ने कहा महाराज ये तो कठिन बात है, हमारे मन में तो हमारे बच्चे बीबी सब हैं, उनको कैसे निकाल दें? तो आप कोई ऐसा उपाय बताओ कि मन में वो बच्चे बीबी रहें और फिर आपका कल्याण हमारा कल्याण हो जाए। ऐसी कोई बात नहीं। तो कहते सुनो और है, अभ्यास योग नहीं कर सकता है मत कर। यहाँ नहीं आ सकते ना, कल नहीं आओगे आप, कोई न कोई पार्टी हो गई तो चले जाओगे वहाँ, या किसी का देवर जेठ या भाभी भतीजा आ गया एयरपोर्ट पे तो वहाँ एयरपोर्ट पे चले जाओगे, नहीं आओगे, सत्संग की छुट्टी हुई। तो भगवान कहते हैं कोई बात नहीं, अगर तू अभ्यास भी नहीं कर सकता है तो एक और आसान चीज है। बोला महाराज वो बताओ। अभ्यासे समर्थोसी मत कर्म परमो भव मदर्थम अपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। तू अगर मदर्थ कर्म करेगा तो मदर्थ कर्म करने से भी तुझको सिद्धि मिल जाएगी। यहाँ सिद्धि का मतलब है परमात्मा की प्राप्ति। हाँ, तो कहते हैं तो भी तुझे मिल जाएगी। और बोला महाराज ये भी नहीं कर सकूं तो कि संसारी लोग हैं, ये मदद कर्म कैसे करेंगे, आपके लिए निमित्त कैसे कर्म करेंगे, इनके तो अपने ही कर्म हैं, घर के धंधे ये भी पूरे नहीं हो रहे हैं। ये सब इतने बैठे हैं। जब गीता भक्त हैं क्या? गीता भक्त तो वो है जो कल से कहते कि स्वामी जी आवाज से मैं आपके साथ कोई नहीं कहेगा, कहेंगे हम तो ऐसे ही आते हैं तमाशा देखने के लिए। हमारा जो कर्म है वो तो पेटार्थ कर्म है, पेट के लिए हमें कोई लाभ हो, कहीं आप दिला सको ज्यादा रुपया वगैरह, तो बताओ हम वहां चलने को तैयार हैं। ठीक है। तो कहते हैं कि भगवान अगर तो इसमें भी असमर्थ है, भगवान कहते हैं अथई तदप्य शक्तोसी, अथई तदप्य शक्तोसी कर्तुम मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्म फलत्यागम् ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। अगर तू इस कर्म में भी आसक्त है, तू नहीं कर सकता है, तो कोई बात नहीं, मत कर। तो सारे कर्म किए चले जा, और तुझे पता तो है कि एक दिन सब छोड़ना है, तो सारे कर्मों के फल का त्याग कर दे। जो भी तू कर्म करे कर, कर्म का फल जो भी भगवान दे, अच्छा है बुरा है, उसमें अटैचमेंट मत रख। चल छुट्टी हो गई, अब सत्संग में भी मत आओ, मंदिर में भी मत जाओ, गीता भी मत पढ़ो, कुछ मत करो। तो जिस तरह सत्संग से मन हटा लेते हो, ऐसे ही उन सब के कर्मों को भी करते रहो, कर्मों के फलों से मन को हटा लो। ऐसा भी अगर तो करेगा, लेकिन इसके करने में एक काम करना पड़ेगा, यथात्मवान, अपने इंद्रियों को बस में रखना होगा। और तो ने कहा महाराज ये तो बड़ा मुश्किल हो गया, कर्म के फल का हम त्याग करें, फिर क्या करें? अब भगवान ने इतने तो बता दिया, भगवान क्या करें? अंत में भगवान कहते हैं कि अर्जुन ये जो मैंने सब बताए हैं, एक बार तो इनका फिर सुन ले। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात्, अभ्यास योग से ज्ञान योग श्रेष्ठ है। और ज्ञानात् ध्यानम विशिष्यते, और ज्ञान योग से ध्यान योग श्रेष्ठ है। और ध्यानात् कर्म फल त्यागस, और ध्यान योग से भी कर्म फल का त्याग श्रेष्ठ है। और त्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्, और त्याग से तत्काल शांति मिल जाती है, यानी परमात्मा की प्राप्ति हो जाती है। यहाँ शांति का मतलब भी परमात्मा का ही लेना चाहिए। त्यागी को परमात्मा मिलते हैं, रागी को नहीं मिलते। तो इसलिए, और त्याग में हर जगह सुख और शांति है, हर जगह। मान लो घर में किसी का झगड़ा होता है, दो भाई का, एक भाई अपने जिद को त्याग दे, झगड़ा खत्म। दिरानी जेठानी का झगड़ा होता है, सास बहू का झगड़ा होता है, क्या होता है? वहाँ कोई जमीन जायदाद का तो झगड़ा है नहीं, बात का झगड़ा है। और एक जनी अगर अपनी बात को छोड़ दे, झगड़ा खत्म, प्रेम हो जाएगा, शांति हो जाएगी। और झगड़ा है ही किस बात का? तो त्याग में शांति है। एक घड़े के अंदर कुछ सेव रखे हुए थे, बंदर आया, बंदर ने देखा और झट उसने हाथ डाला, सेव को पकड़ लिया, क्योंकि वो भूखा होता है खाने का ना। सेव को पकड़ लिया, लेकिन हाथ बाहर निकाले तो हाथ नहीं निकले, घड़े का मुंह था छोटा, सेव था बड़ा, और फिर ऊपर से मुट्ठी इसने और बांधी हुई थी, और वो हाथ निकले नहीं, हाथ फंस गया। अब बंदर ने रोना शुरू किया, छी 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 करे, हाथ नहीं निकले, हाथ फंस गया। अगर वो सेव छोड़ दे तो आनंद है, पर नहीं छोड़ा, रोता रहा, छोड़ा सेव नहीं छोड़ा तो रोता रहा। तो रागी जिंदगी भर रोता रहता है, छोड़ता नहीं है। महात्मा लोग कहते हैं राग छोड़ दो, छोड़ते नहीं है, रोते रहते हैं, फंसे रहते हैं उसी के अंदर। उसमें स्वाद आता है। जो गृहस्थी में स्वाद है वो त्याग में स्वाद थोड़ा ही है। त्याग में तो खाली शांति और आनंद है, और गृहस्थ में विषयों का भोग है, मजा है, आनंद है। तो नहीं छोड़ा अर्जुन ने। जब उसने छोड़ा नहीं, बंदर ने, इतने में जिसका घड़ा रखा हुआ था सेव का, वो आ गया। उसने क्या किया कि एक लाठी ली और बंदर की पीठ पे 2-4 दें दें कस के मारी, और मारते ही बंदर रोया एकदम और सेव छोड़ के भागा, हाथ निकल गया। अगर पहले छोड़ देता तो ये लाठियां तो खानी नहीं पड़ती, लेकिन पहले नहीं छोड़ा, कमबख्त ने लाठियां खाने के बाद छोड़ा। वो लाठियां क्या है? 3 लाठियां हैं।
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः।
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। अथ 12. एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यमव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्। सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषामव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिर्वाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परा अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धरता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी। सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यस्मान्नोद्विजते लोको लोकान्नोद्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्दधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्।
उपस्थित भगवत भक्तों के रूप में मेरी अपनी ही आत्माओं, श्रीमद् भगवत गीता भगवान के मुखार बिंद से निकली हुई अमर वाणी है और जो भी जीव श्रद्धा सहित इस अमर वाणी को धारण करता है वो जीवत्व को छोड़कर ईश्वरत्व की प्राप्ति करता है, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं है। ये जीवात्मा चाहे जिस देश में रहे और चाहे जिस भेष में रहे, गीता सबका सब काल में समान रूप से कल्याण करने वाला एक अनुपम एवं अलौकिक ग्रंथ है।
वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Respected Gita devotees, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. On behalf of Swami Gita Kiranji, Guru Bhai Joshi ji, and myself, I extend a very warm Gita Ashram welcome to all of you. Thank you for taking the time to grace us with your presence. We do not have a speaker for today, so Joshi ji, I did send you a message. Sorry for the last minute request. I hope you'd be able to fill in for the speaker today. If you could, it'd really be appreciated. And if you would like to share your memories and experiences with Gurudev, kindly let us know and we'll reserve a slot for you. The next date available is May 23rd. And now here is this week's special treat from the handwritten autobiography of His Holiness entitled Atmakatha or Swayam Ki Kripa, meaning grace of the self. And this is the final rendering, which is part 3 from page 21, which I had broken up into 3 parts due to time constraint. On page 21, His Holiness had written a summary of his activities during the time that he was underground. That page entitled I Cured Madness, His Holiness writes. I met a Bengali gentleman called Ghosh. He was related to Sri Subhash Chandra Bose ji. One of his brothers was mentally unstable. Ghosh ji told me about his brother's condition, and I told him that I could cure him. He was surprised. He said, "Are you sure you can cure his madness?" I said, "Based on what you've told me, I am sure his ailment can be cured. I can only tell you what to do, but you should do it with faith and leave the rest to God." Sri Ghoshji took me to his house. I saw his brother and explained the procedure for his treatment. I told him on how to take a bath. I taught him some yoga postures and told him what to eat and when to eat. Sri Ghoshji was very happy. He ordered the medicines and did everything that I told him to do. After some time, he came and told me with gratitude that his brother was cured. I was thinking of moving to Lucknow because it was not safe for revolutionaries to stay in the same city for a long time. We were on the police radar all the time. Ghoshji moved to Allahabad to open a medical center. I also went there. I changed my name to Sukhan Lal and opened a bank account under this name. I could not reveal my identity to anyone because nobody could be trusted. I never stayed in one place for long, so I kept moving from one city to another. The police were constantly looking for me. The British government was desperate to get me. Hence, I kept changing places and my identity. This time, I moved to Kanpur, where I met our Swami Brahmanandji. He was living in Rath, which is a place near Hamirpur. I went there and stayed with him. He had a school in Rath where he employed me, and I stayed with Swami Brahmanandji for about a month. Brahmanandji introduced me to Satyanarayan Singh ji, who was a local MLA. I moved to his house and worked with the freedom fighters over there. After some time, I left the place secretly at night. I moved to Rewa, which is currently in Madhya Pradesh. Rewa was a local kingdom under the protection of the British Raj. Over there, I met Sri Tiwari ji, whom I had known for a while and I trusted him. I stayed at his place for some time. After some time, Tiwari ji suggested that I move to a place called Rao, which is now in the Indore district in Madhya Pradesh. It was a remote and a beautiful place. Tiwari ji said that it would suit me over there. So I moved there and changed my name to Pandit Bhudev Sharma. There was a Sanskrit school in Rao which belonged to the royalty. As I mentioned previously on page 11, the administration was slack and there was a need for an able administrator. There were just 3 students and the teachers were paid just 300 rupees a month. I was appointed as chancellor without salary. When I eventually left Rao, the number of students had increased from 3 to 300 and the teachers were paid a salary of 12,000 rupees per month. Well, that's all for this weekend. Thank you so much for listening. I will continue again next week. Having said that, I would like to most respectfully invite Guru Bhai Joshi ji to please take it from here. Joshi ji, over to you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev, Guru Bhai Peterji. It was a wonderful session this morning when we heard Gurudev again and once more time again. Again, I want to welcome those who come slightly late. Welcome to this satsang. आपका अभिनंदन स्वागत है. Taking no time, our next speaker who is going to throw some pearls of wisdom from Bhagavad Gita, Dr. Narendra Kapoorji, New York, Gita from New York, USA. So Kapoorji, please take it from here. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev.
ओम श्री परमात्मे नमः। गीता शास्त्रमिदं पुण्यं या पठेत् प्रियतापुमान् विष्णो पदं वाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जिताः। गीता अभ्यंशीलस्य प्राणायाम परस्य च नैव सन्ति हि पापानि पूर्वजन्म कृतानि च। ॐ वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभः निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ॐ मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगलम पुंडरीकाक्ष मंगलाय तनो। ओम पूर्णमेधा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णु शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदने ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ शान्तकारं भुजगशयनं पवनावं सुरेशं विश्वधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगी भृद्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु भवभयहरं सर्वलोक एकैनाथम्। ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमेव वन्दनान् मृत्योर्मोक्षीय मामृतात्। Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Gurudev to all my spiritual friends. Today I just want to touch the topic of meditation. What is meditation and what is the guidelines embedded in Srimad Bhagavad Gita and how to follow religiously for a longer period of time to become the beneficiary. According to the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Patanjali, Rishi Patanjali, there are 8 steps, and we must take those 8 steps in the same order. Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. These are the 8 steps. The first 4 steps belong to your outer frame, your body, and the last 4 steps belongs to the mind and intellect, man or buddhi. And when you take these 8 steps in the same order, you are the beneficiary. But these days people are jumping around and they are not taking seriously the procedure of meditation. The first 4 steps, Yam means purity and simplicity. People don't practice that. There is no simplicity these days. Everybody is multiplying their desires. And in the web, like a spider, they are standing right there. And there's a lot of suffering. Forget about this meditation. So until and unless you become simple in simple living and high thinking, that is the golden guideline. We know it, but we don't follow it. We have to follow it. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, as I have been stressing more than enough, it's a practical science. It is not a theory. It has to be done on a daily basis. Abhyas jo ke through, you will get everything you want. So simplicity, create the simplicity if you are a serious student of meditation. Don't multiply your desires. Simple thoughts, truthfulness. Stop telling lie and inflating your statements. किसी को कुछ कहना, किसी को कुछ कहना, that is not simplicity. So it depends on the individual who is the aspirant of meditation. So create on a daily basis this concept of simplicity. Simple food. Simple food. People don't eat simple food these days. And that is why they are suffering. There's a lot of suffering. We like Maharaj gave a very good example of a monkey and the apple. We don't leave the apple. We are waiting for the danda. And that is, we don't have that time now. So leave the apple. Apple means don't multiply your desires. Live simply. Simple living, high thinking. Or to keep your thinking very high. So simplicity, that is yam, and purity. Purity of your food, purity of your thoughts, purity of your relationship. What you say, you should mean that. So these are simple things. It's like telling a student of first grade or second grade. We know all these things, but we don't practice it. We take it for granted. And that is why for many, many years of meditation, we are still standing at the same spot. The second is niyam. Niyam means respect for time. Respect for time. Kalo asmin. Bhagavan Sri Krishna कहते हैं कि I am the call, I am the time. So respect the time. We don't respect the time. घड़ियां सबके पास हैं, but those are just lying there. We don't respect the time. Even socially, we don't respect the time. शादी के कार्ड जो है 2 months पहले प्रिंट होते हैं. जब शादी आती है फिर भी हम लेट जाते हैं. And we totally forgot that to excite others and to get excited, it is a spiritual sin. You are exciting the host going there late. If you are a serious student, you will never do that. You will go 10 minutes early. But we don't do that because we don't practice it. We don't practice it. So respect of time is a spiritual requirement in the advancement of spirituality. And that is a very big, flaw in the Indian community. As a community, we don't respect the time. Once I am sharing you with utmost humility, Dr. Karan Singh, he was invited in Delhi and for a very beautiful function. So the time was 9 o'clock. The minister, Dr. Karan Singh, went there 9 o'clock and they were still putting up the tents. There was no management team. So he came back. At 9:40, he got a call, Maharaji, aap aaye nahi. I came, nobody was there. So this is what I mean. If you are a serious student of meditation, you got to respect the time. मंदिर में जाते हो, किसी को time देते हो, respect the time, even for your own sleeping habits. Time, respect the time. eating habits, respect the time. Until the time is the integral part of your personality and you don't manage the time, you are not a serious student of meditation. And the third ingredient, I'm just touching quickly because the time limit, we have to respect it and honor it. The third is Yam Niyam Asana. Your body must be flexible. You must know Bhagavan Shri Krishna is seated in your heart. This is his facilitation. So make the body flexible. We don't know how to sit, how to talk, how to walk, and how to even sleep, how to sleep. So develop the habit. Flexible, make your body flexible to various yogic exercises. There are a lot of help available, but your determination and the zest and zeal to do the meditation, these are the preparatory steps. These are not meditation. These are the preparatory steps to create the competency in you. Until you are a competent person, you cannot do meditation. Your body outer frame must be in compliance with the spiritual alignment of the inner self. So with these thoughts, I will continue this topic couple of weeks. So I just touch quickly Yam, Niyam and Asana. Make your body very flexible and take care of your body. Stay healthy, eat good food, right thoughts, and respect the sleeping time, eating time, and talk less, listen more. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. Back to Joshi ji.
Thank you so much, Kabulji. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev, dear devotees of Gurudev and Mother Bhagavad Gita. Let me take you in the beginning part of Bhagavad Gita. We all know Kauravas were very powerful, and so the Pandavas were very powerful. Arjuna was the most powerful person in Mahabharata. When the war began, it was a war between two enlightened, very high level of relationship. Cousin brothers versus cousin brothers. But everyone was sure that Arjuna will win. But everyone knew the other side was Bhishma, Drona, and other very valiant warriors. So when Arjuna wanted to see who I'm going to fight, he requested Sri Krishna, can you please take me so that I can see who I'm going to fight, who are going to be killed by me. And that was a designed format by Sri Krishna. When he took in between two armies, Arjuna saw his guru, his grandsire Bhishma, and relatives, and all known very, very warriors and powerful people. But he thought he could kill somebody like them, but he could not think of killing Guru Drona and Bhishma. So a valiant person like Arjun got confused. And we also get confused in our life again and again. And situations like Arjun, we also get into it. At that time, we give up things. And he wanted to give up that scenario with a small thing. See, because why do I have to do this? I don't want to kill my relatives. I don't want to kill my grandfathers. Let's not fight. Let me die or do whatever it is. And then Krishna laughed. So now he's talking like a Pandit. And when Arjun completely got down, then he gave up. And he starts, Karpanya doso pahata svabhava pachami tvam dharma samuriceta yatseya saneshyatam vuhitanme sishyeto ham sarimam tvam papannam. That time he told Sri Krishna, Krishna, you are my guru. Help me out. Tell me what should I do in a situation like this. Tell me what is kalyan for me. Not to win now. Now winning war is gone. Not to win, not to take the land. Just tell me what should I do which gives me peace. And that's what all we want to do in our life. How to be peaceful. And that's the beginning that we students try to do. To find Krishna and eventually become a qualified student like Arjun. And then what happens at the end? With all those going, Arjun learned the secret to be Kalyankari and all happy. And he had to say, before Krishna asked, Arjun, did you listen to me what I have been talking and telling you all about? By that time, as a good student, Arjun says, Nacho moha smita tat prasadan mayachata istitosmi gata sandeha karishve vachanam tava. His move towards physical existence is gone, and he found out that who I really am. Smita Labda, I am that. Tat prasadan mayachata. With your kind blessing, I have learned these two things. So my moh has been lost, and that is moh of the Maya. It dissolves me. Now I am who I am supposed to be. It dissolves me. Brother Sandeho, my doubts that I had in the beginning of war are gone, and I am promising you Karishya Vachanam Sava. So Arjun became a warrior, a surrender, the first person, till a real valiant. So who is watching this? It is being watched by Sanjay and telling Dhritarashtra, a blind king. The king, I have told you everything that I saw. But my understanding is Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanurdhara Tat Prasada Anmaya Stisosmi Tatra Sri Vijiva Bhutri Dhua Nitir Matir Mama. He said this war has been explained to you, but where there is Krishna and where there is Arjuna, where there is Arjuna, there is always a victory. Your children, Duryodhan and party is going to lose. Sorry, King Dhritarashtra, winning is on their side. So question is how to become the Arjun. We are all students of Bhagavad Gita. So we have to first of all learn and study Bhagavad Gita, Krishna as our Guru and you as a Shishya Arjun. Put yourself in the shoes of Arjun and now start studying Bhagavad Gita. And the most powerful thing that you can get and most simple thing what Gurudev told today in the beginning. We have to be learning, understanding this Maya. There is no way we can live without Maya. But once you understand Maya is just like a dream. Whatever happens today may never happen again. What happened 20 years ago is forgotten, for which we were very worried. We are not worried now. So the one who is sitting in your heart, Sri Krishna service, and that keeps guiding us. So in 12th chapter, Maya Veshamano Yemam Nitya Yukta Upasate Sadhaya Paryopetas Teve Yukta Samavata. This word Shraddha has come 2 times in 12th chapter. Today Gurudev has taken us how to put our mind and mind into Him and how the process works. If you cannot do that, then do this practice that Prabhuji has talked much about it today. Abhyas, then you will get perfection. And then Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat jnanam vishishate jnanat karma phala tyagas satyam. With that process, you learn the art of renunciating your karma phala, and then immediately peace ensues. And peace is what we are all looking for under any condition, under every condition. And once you know who you are, and once you become something like Arjun, which is what we are trying to do, the peace is with us always. That Nastro Moha is Mitrabda Swaspatadan Mayashasa. Stitosmi Bhatasandeva Karishya Vasnam Sava. And then again in the last verse of 12th chapter, Sri Krishna says, those who have Shraddha, they are very dear to me. So Shraddha is a very simple understanding and concept. Give unconditional trust in Almighty who is sitting in your own heart. And when that Almighty Krishna awakens you, peace is second next moment in you. Thank you so much. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Hare Paramatmane, Pranata Krishnadasaya, Govindaya Namo Namo, Govindaya Namo Namo, Govindaya Namo. Thank you very much. Giving me time today. And now my time is to respect Most Honorable Dr. U. Prasadji to please take it from here. Dr. Prasadji sends California Gita Ashram.
Thank you very much, Joshi ji. Let me start with prayer to Bhagavan and to Gurudev. वंशी विभूषितकरान् नवनीर्दाभात् पीताम्बरा दरुणबिम्बफलाधरोष्ठात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परं किमपि तत्त्वमहं न जाने अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Divine souls,
The
Jai Shri
screen
Krishna.
is not sharing, Doctor.
Not sharing? Okay.
No.
Let go now. Screen sharing. Is it okay now?
Yeah, now it's okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Divine souls, Jai Shri Krishna and Jai Gurudev. We are all going through chapter 8, Akshar Brahma Yoga. And last week we started to learn about verse 16 of this chapter, where Bhagavan says, Brahma bhuvana lokah punaravartino Arjuna Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. In this verse, there are two segments. One is Brahma bhuvana loka punaravartino Arjuna. O Arjun, all in the lokas up to the abode of Lord Brahma, they're all subject to rebirth. Punaravartino Arjuna. But second part is Mamupetya tu kaunteya punarjanma na vidyate. In one case, there is punarjanma, and in another case, there is no punarjanma. What is the difference? The difference is those who are whose abode is all those lokas up to the loka of Brahma. But for those who have attained me, for them there is no rebirth. We're trying to explain that. We talked about this 18 bhuvana, 14 bhuvan, 14 lokas, including that of Brahma. Now, these are the worlds of material creation, as against that of Lord, which is beyond. What are those 7 lokas? There are seven higher lokas, and there are 7 lower lokas. The higher lokas are Urdhva Loka. They are graded planes of heavenly abode. They are called Swarg Lok or Dev Lok. While those Loka of the lower level, they're called Patal Loka. They are Asura Loka, or also called Naraka Loka. They are also graded planes of hell. Now, we have understood last time that these levels, higher levels, are those who accumulated punya in the present life, and they have accumulated so much punya, they are entitled to go to those higher punya, the Swargalok. But in the Swargalok also there are grades. How much punya and what quality of punya you have collected, you will go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that level. So that is so much of calculation. Probably Chitragut Maharaj does it. And he sends somebody who has done that quantum of punya to that level of swarga. Similarly, the quantum of papa, those who have done bad deeds, those who have done, what quality of bad deed he has done? Has he done theft, or has he murdered somebody? So there are grades of papa done by people, and they are sent to those lokas, lower lokas, asura loka or naraka loka, according to the level of bad or good actions they have committed. Now, that happens, that has been mentioned in the Shastras, and we know that. But are those lokas somewhere up or somewhere down the level? One can argue, no. These are all in this world itself. Those people living in this world itself, some of them are living a high-grade life, happy, peaceful, enjoying life. And the others who are not, who are suffering and different grades suffering in this world itself. You can see those who are, this can be divided into material existence and spiritual existence in the present world. For material existence, one may be living on the street like homeless people, people living in poorly managed old folks' home, or they may be living with serious illness waiting to die. There are different grades of life, of material existence. Or there are people who are managing their life somehow, as against those who are comfort living, posh living, and even filthy living. These are the grades, one can say, of enjoyment, happiness, and pleasure. But on the other hand, there are people who are spiritually oriented and at various levels in this world itself. Now, they can be divided, they have been divided into 5 levels. In the Swarga Loka, there are 7 loka. Here we have got 5, in material existence, there are 5 levels have been mentioned. Now, one is the Pasubhi Samana. He is animal instinct, no spiritual value at all. Ahar Nidra Bhayamay Tunam Cha Saman Meta Tat Pasubhir Naranam Jnanam Naranam Adhiko Vishesho Ajnane Nahina Pasubhi Samana. This is mentioned in Chanakya Niti, and it says functions such as eating, sleeping, fear, and reproduction are common to both human and animals. However, knowledge is the element that elevates human. One with lack of knowledge is like an animal. Jnanena hina pasubhi samana. This is a famous saying. So you are living a life of an animal because you have no intellect, no spiritual orientation. Then there is second level, who are what they call palmer. This is a pasu, this is a palmer. Palmer is the minimum morality and some spiritual value. Well, if somebody is going for a talk, he will go with him and sit there, but his mind is somewhere else. He has little spiritual. If he will go to the temple or somebody is praying, he will also put the hand up, but he is thinking of something else. So there is some spiritual value. He goes to Satnarayan Katha, he sits there, he is not hearing what Katha is going on, he is waiting for prasad. So that kind of individual, they are called palmer. They have very minimal spiritual value, but they are living. Then there is a group what is called Dharmik Vishayi. Dharmik Vishayi is Vishayi, that is involved in the sensual pleasures, but also has dharmic value. And in the world today, the vast majority of people, they come to this group. Dharmik Vishayi, they come to this group. Some morality there. He knows his limits. He understands that this is not right. This is right. So he has got some understanding of the spirituality, But at the same time, he seeks worldly pleasure, eat, drink, and be merry. So both sides. He's putting दो नाव पर पैर रखा हुआ है, संसार में भी और धार्मिक प्रवृत्ति में भी. So that is called धार्मिक विषय. Then there is another level which is called sadhak. These are the spiritual seekers, somewhat detached from the world. The essence of detachment comes in with him, and they are also having a spiritual inclination with more than others. So they are the sadhak. They have spiritual seekers, but they have also some attachment in the world, not completely detached. Then there are siddha. They are on the path of spirituality, the path of enlightenment. And these are the rare. Manushyanam sahasresu kasyat yatate siddhe yatataamapi siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. That is, they are the people in this level. Now, when we talk of this Chaudah Bhuvan, this 14 loka, we call Urdhva Loka. What are those? What are those names and what is significance? We'll come to that. The Satya Loka is the highest one. This is the abode of Brahma. This is the Brahma Kaya Nivas hai. This is the highest level, Satya Loka. Then there is a Tapo Loka. This is the abode of renunciate sages, those sages who has enlightened and they are beyond this realm of these devas. So they are higher than the loka of devas. They are renunciates. They are sages, vairagi, ऋषि का स्थान है ये. Then there is a Jana Loka where Sanakadi ऋषियों का निवास है, abode of Sanakadi Rishi. They are a special group of rishis. You know about it, and these are the people they live in Jana Loka. Then there's Mahar Loka where Maharshi Bhrigu ji का स्थान है. This is the abode of Maharshi Bhrigu. Then we come to another three here. There is Swa, Bhu, Bhuvah, Swaha. You know, in Gita Gayatri, so Om, Bhur, Bhuvah, Swaha. So Bhuva, Bhu, Bhuvah, Swaha. These are the other three lokas. This Swaloka is the abode of gods. So you can see the other abodes here. These are the abodes of higher Bhrigu, Sanakadik, and Vairag enunciate. These are higher level than those of abode of gods, sun god, all sun god, moon god, the rain god, and all those gods, they are in this Swaloka. Then there is a Bhuva Loka where Surj and Chandra, this is the Surj and space between sun and moon. In this, all the 9 planets, the constellations, the solar and lunar spheres, and the 7 says Saptarishya Mandal. This is the space between sun and moon, and these are the abodes of 9 planets and constellations they are. Then there is Bhuloka, where we live, the Prithvi Loka, Manushya, and Jeev Jantu, the earth abode, it is the earth. This is the abode of human and other livings. So you can see the grades of Swarga as you go higher up. This is the Bhuloka, and beyond these are Swarga Loka, the Bhuva Loka, Swaloka, and others. Similarly, when we go down, there is Patal Loka, this is the Naraka. These are Atal, Bital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, and 2 more, Rasatal and Patal. Now, these are the 7 Patal Loka, they are Naraka Loka. Now, here it has been said in our Shastra, Atal is where the daughters of devils live there. Then there is Bital, where the ghosts and gangs of Lord Shiva के गण और भूत प्रेत उसमें रहते हैं. They are Bital. Then is Sutala, where King Bali. You know, King Bali was one of the demons who later on became incarnation of Lord. Lot of story about Bali is there. Then there is Talatal. This is are of the devils. Then there is Mahatal, where all serpents live there, abode of all serpents. Then there are this Rasatal. Most of the time you talk about आपको Rasatal में भेज देंगे. Commonly we talk about Rasatal is one above Patal. We'll discuss about it a bit. This is the Daityo ka Nivas, the sons of Mahasi Kasyap and Diti. Now, little story about it. See, Mahasi Kasyap was given the boon to go and create beings in the earth. And for that, first he married Aditi. Aditi and Diti both are daughters of Prajapati Daksha. There is a long story there. I will not go in detail, but little glimpse of it because it is important. Aditi, the first wife, now she was mother of all the Devatas. In those Devatas were 12 Aditya, 11 Rudra, and 8 Vasu. You see, these names come in Bhagavad Gita. That's what I am trying to give understanding as to from where these words came in Bhagavad Gita. So you can relate what Bhagwan is trying to talk about in Bhagavad Gita and how it is connected to this understanding of those residents in those demons, how they live. So these are the 12 Aditya, 11 Rudras, and 8 Vasu. They are children of Aditi and Maharshi Kashyap. Then there are this Diti, the second wife. She is the mother of Daitya. See, when the Devas were, or these devils of Aditi was the mother of demons, while Aditi was mother of Devas. Bhagavan, Lord Brahma required not only the presence of these Daitya in the Patala Loka, in Rasatal Loka, but they also wanted those who have better qualities of Deva's qualities, and they are from Aditi. So from Aditi we call the Devas, while Diti we call demons. And among the demons, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakasipu, and 14 Maruta. You see, Maruta also comes in Bhagavad Gita. So these were born of Diti and Maharshi Kasyap. Then there is this Patal Loka, where the Sesnag and Asur live there. We'll talk about Sesnag in a minute. But if you see how are these lokas, how they are in relation to one another. See, this is the Bhu Loka, Bhu, and this is the Bhuva. The space between the two is the Bhuva. Then the Swaloka, Maharaloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Brahmaloka. That is the Loka of Brahma. So this is the highest one. So this is the grading, and there is spacing between them, with which we will talk very shortly. That the orientation is this way with relation to this is the concept, this is the cell of Brahmand. Within the cell of Brahmand, these are the 7 lokas higher up. And within the same Brahmand, the lower part is the loka of Patal, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rasatal, and Patal. These are grades in the different levels from above downward. And this is the Sesnag here, lying in the Garbhadaka. This is the Sesnag holding whole entire Brahmand on its head. This is the concept. Now, this concept is not only for understanding But you can see there are scientific basis of that, which I will explain just very shortly. But beyond that, that is the loka, all the 14 bhuvana from downwards and upwards up to the Brahma Loka. This is one concept. Beyond that is the loka of abode of Lord Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna's eternal abode is where? Is Golok. It is also called Vaikuntha. So Vaikuntha Dham or Golok Dham, that is the supreme realm, and this is beyond the 14 planetary systems that we have described about. Chauda Bhuvan up to the Brahma is Punaravartino. It is each and every one, they go to recycle. They go through the recycle, rebirth. But those who have reached the Goloka, those Lord has accepted to have residence in that Loka, that is the realm of Bhagwan, Lord Sri Krishna. It's Golok or Vaikuntha Lok. After having reached them, this there, no one returns. That is the sum and substance of this verse we are talking about. Now, we talk about these Aditi, Aditya, Rudra, Vasus, and Maruta. Now, these appear in Bhagavad Gita, and I will just give you those examples where those 12 Aditya, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, and 49 Maruta have been mentioned. He says, Bhagavan says in chapter 11, verse 22, Rudraditya Vasayo Yeja Sadhya Vishwe Sunau Marutascho Pascha Gandharvayaksha Surasiddha Sangha Vikshante Tvam Vismitaschaiva Sarve. You see here, the word is Rudra, Aditya, Vasu, and Marut. This one verse, you see the mention of Rudra, Aditya, Vasu, and Maruta. Also, in verse 21 of chapter 10, when we talk about his vibhutis, he says, Adityanam aham Vishnu jyotisam raviram suman marichir maruta masmi nakshatranam maham shasi rudranam sankarashasmi vitteso yakshrakshasam vasunam pavakaschasmi meru sikharinamam. When we read all these, we go through without the concept what Bhagavan is talking about Aditya now. Who was Aditya? From where Aditya came? Who was Maruta? From where Maruta came? He's talking of Rudra. Where are those Rudras and Vasus? You can now understand with the from who were these people, from who were their father and mother, and how these names appear in Bhagavad Gita in chapter 10 and chapter 11. So that is I wanted to bring you the correlation between where these Rudra, Aditya, and others are in Bhagavad Gita. Now, that is the understanding according to Purana, according to our Shastra. Let us look at the relationship of our understanding of those loka in terms of modern astronomy. There should be some understanding and there's some facts with relation to modern astronomy. Now you see, before Nicholas Copernicus, that was in 1514, it was understood that the Earth is the center of the universe. But this is not a fact. It was discovered by Nicholas Copernicus that the sun is the center of the universe, not the Earth. And you know, when he discovered this, he was executed because this theory was not acceptable to people of that time. They believed that Earth was the center of the universe. And when he came with the theory the sun was the center, it was not acceptable to the masses and he was crucified. Now, that's a different story, but the fact is that before 1514, you see, what I'm trying to get at, that the science has come far beyond, later on, than what our Shastras, when it was told thousands of years before that, not in 1514. They realized, they knew Brahman and how these levels, how they were rotating against what. I will come to that. So this again was proved to be not a fact, because sun is just a part of galaxy. The Milky Way, there is not one sun. There are so many suns, and so many things are revolving against it. So there is this is not the epicenter. Everything is moving around. There is no one center. There is no one solar system, and the things revolve around in the galaxy itself. This is also not a fact. Now, the current understanding is that there are so many galaxies and so many sun. So these theories, as before, is not acceptable. But what Vedas and have said, our Shastras have said, thousands of years before, is here. That is the concept of 14 lokas. A god, according to our Shastra, just told in Vedas, long, thousands of years. They mentioned. What does Vedic philosophy state? It says, Bhuvah Bhu Swaha. The earth revolves around the Bhuloka, that's the earth, revolves around Swaloka. And the realm between Bhu and Bhuvaha, Bhu and Swa is a Bhuvaha. We showed you that level, and between the space. So they revolve against each other, and there is space between them. So the Swaloka revolves around Janaloka. Janaloka revolves around Brahmaloka. And there is a realm between them. Between these two, the realm is Bhuvahaloka, while the realm between Swa and Janaloka is the Mahahaloka. And the realm between these two, that is Janaloka and Brahmaloka, is Tapaloka. Similarly, the lower planes also, when they revolve around each other. In this way, it has been mentioned, one of the commentators of Gita has mentioned, and I quote, "It is incredible that our Vedic scholars had such insight into the subject over 5,000 years ago. So this concept of the current concept, which we are talking about, of the galaxies and others, these were all understood long time ago and mentioned in our Shastras, which we can read today and understand that the significance of these loka and significance of their revolving against each other and the space between them, the nomenclature of all those lokas have been clearly mentioned in our Shastras, and this is really a matter of great pride for us to realize that our Shastras were very far ahead than what current scientists are talking about. I think I will stop here. Jai Sri Krishna, Jai Gurudev.
Dr. Prasad ji, exceptionally and beautifully presented. Amazing. There's so much. It's so amazing. We really enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Truly very nice. Thank you. Having said that, I'd like to invite respected Swami Gita Kiranji to please give us our healing and meditation session. Over to you, Swami Gita Kiranji.
Thank you, Kankanichi. I just got a news announcement from Sachiniji about Gitu Datlani. And I saw in our Zoom there's a that lineage is somebody loving or something.
Lavina.
That Lani also are they relative?
What was the message?
Lavina that Lani. Can you converse with us? There's an
Yes,
announcement.
Jai Shri
Jai Shri-
Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna. Very sad news. I just got the news that my sister-in-law living in Panama, Geetu Dadlani, has just passed away. And by the grace of Guru Maharaj and the grace of Krishna, she's now resting in peace. And we hope and we pray for all our prayers and our condolences to the family. We spread from here to all of them. It was very sad. It was all of a sudden. And we presume that it was just a stroke, no, a very harsh stroke. She has just come home after doing some errands and she has changed her clothes and she was lying down and she just passed off. Perhaps she had that feeling, or the pain or whatever it is. So they had to break open the doors because, of course, nobody was with her. She was alone. And entering to see that she's no more. She's no more. Very sad news.
Very sad.
Yes, very sad news.
So yesterday she still sent me a message.
Yes, she was okay. At 5:30, her son has just dropped her home, and somebody was trying to contact her to give her a call at about 7:38. There was no answer. So they told her son, to come and see. He said, no, she must be sleeping or she must be tired, doing her stuff. But then again at 10 o'clock, he got another call saying that, no, she's not answering the phone. Then I think they just broke open the door to see that she was lying in the bed and she has just passed off.
It's just so difficult to accept this news.
Very, very difficult, very difficult. But we are all praying for her, which is reach the better place, as we would say. And our condolences to the family and to all who knew her also, over here in this group. Jai Shri Krishna.
So
Yes.
sad. So
Very sad indeed. Very sad
Very
indeed.
shocking.
She was so enthusiastic.
Let's do some Vasudeva Sutam Devam for 5 times at least for her.
Okay.
Or 12 chapters,
Yes, please do.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam.
So just one person do, and the rest switch off the mute so that the sound is not echo. So please, Dr. Prasadji, you please recite, and we all will mute ourselves and recite behind the microphone.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Vasudevasutam Devam Kansachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Vasudevasutam Devam Kansachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Vasudevasutam Devam Kansachanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. I think we will stop here. We can
I think so. I think so.
we'll close the session.
Yeah, yeah,
With
yeah.
Bhagwan's name.
Correct, correct. Swami Gita Karanji, please conclude the session.
Yes, may she rest in peace, and Gurudev is with her, Lord Krishna is with her. She's a great lady, great ladies, and very influential in all the devotional work. I do miss her. Jai Shri Krishna.
Yes, Krishna. Yes, Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.